Hi, Anshil.
Hello, hello, hello. How are you?
How are you? How is your health?
No, no, I'm doing okay.
Okay, okay.
I needed some rest, so I took some rest.
Yeah, yeah. You got project now or still on bench?
No, no, no. I'm project like my GM called me yesterday,
Okay.
so they want me to take one project. Let's see.
Hmm. Okay, okay.
I wanted to have some on-site opportunity. That's why I was kind of
Okay.
anyway. So let's see. Let's start. Okay, so we were discussing about, we were discussing a lot of things, but we have not yet touched that topic of inheritance, on its own.
Arrays we didn't complete yet, no? Arrays and array list.
Arrays we completed now.
No, only one program we did, but I didn't get the knowledge on that complete. How we will write and
See, I think if you remember arrays tutorial we had done around so many classes we have done arrays tutorial, different types of
okay, okay,
different.
okay. Sorry, sorry. Yeah, yeah. Array we have done. Hmm.
So,
Yeah, correct.
so we should go for this topic called inheritance. Okay, so this topic inheritance is kind of a really important topic. Arrays, it's not very hi-fi concept. I don't know like why you are taking. The thing is that array is a composition of single type of objects, single type, right?
Mhm.
That
Okay.
is single type. Okay, and
Okay.
they are stored in a contiguous memory location. That is one thing. And then array has got its own properties like length property. Length property, what is the use of this length property? That you can use to check the in the loops, that whether you have reached the end or not. Okay.
Okay.
Then
Okay.
other thing about arrays is that some two three things that I showed you. So those
Hmm.
things are available in the arrays class. Arrays class is there in the java.util package. Correct. Like
Okay.
you can
Yeah.
sort the array, you can print the array, uh, you can print the array in one line only. You can do some work on that, but more of this we can do later on. Okay, but first we should concentrate on one another topic, that is called inheritance. When we learn about collection
Yeah.
framework, then we
Hmm.
will go deep into this array list concept also. Correct.
Correct.
Okay, so yet, as of now, yet we have not yet started the collection framework. So first we want to do this inheritance, then we'll do that generic concept, then collection framework, and some lambda also I want to do in this course. Okay, lambda,
Okay.
a new thing which has come in Java, and
Okay.
which is really very important. Okay, and
Okay.
after doing these two three topics, we can say that we have learned the basic concepts of Java thoroughly and very well. So let's
Hmm.
first start with the inheritance. Inheritance, some things you have seen already. Okay, some things about
Hmm.
inheritance you have seen already. So let me write one class called.
Can you please record this?
This is going, recording is going on.
Acha, already started. Okay. Okay.
Already started. Hmm. Recording is already going on. So already we have done one class called animal.java. Okay, so in this you are familiar. Okay, with this you are familiar, that animal.java. And so suppose let's not do animal.java, let's do vehicle.java. Okay, vehicle
Okay.
vehicle.java, vehicle.java, vehicle.java. Okay, okay. In vehicle.java there is one class. Okay, class, obviously one.
Just can you write a program in Eclipse? That is only helpful for me.
Correct, correct, correct. I'll do it afterwards. I'll do it in Eclipse only. So this first program we'll do here, then afterwards we'll do in Eclipse only. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so only one program we are doing here. Afterwards
Okay.
Eclipse will be easier only. Eclipse will be easy for me also. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So
I can understand debugging and all. So that will be practiced.
yes, yes. So vehicle is one kind of thing, and so some vehicle will be flying on the road, some vehicle will be flying, and some will be, you know, sailing on the water. So, but they are all vehicle. Okay,
Correct.
so they all have got one. Let's say they have got one method called public void uh, movement. Movement. Huh? So like
Mm.
something like that we can describe. Okay, and then we can put here one value. Okay, that this vehicle is moving moving on the road, like that. Moving, just we can say it's moving, not moving on the road, because some vehicles may move on water and all. Okay, we want
Yeah.
to capture all those behaviors. Okay, so what we are doing here, okay, this vehicle can have many things, but we are not
Mm.
putting all those things in the vehicle class. We are just putting one specific move class, one specific functionality called movement. Okay,
Oh,
so only this thing we are as of now we are concerned about, only this thing. That's why we are only putting this. Otherwise a vehicle could have many other methods and many other fields also, correct?
yes.
Okay, but as of now we could have done it, but our whole class would have been spent in only this thing. We could not have done the main thing. So let's just keep it here, and then we come out of it, and then we see that we have this vehicle. Okay, now we want to create some other classes, like aeroplane.java. Okay, so aeroplane is also kind of vehicle. Okay, so we will say that aeroplane is also kind of vehicle. So you see, this aeroplane has a relationship. Aeroplane is a vehicle. Aeroplane is a
Vehicle.
vehicle. So whenever there is this is a relationship, we type this as extends. We use this extends
Mm.
whenever in between two classes, uh, that is a relationship. So aeroplane is a vehicle. Aeroplane is a
What is a relationship?
is. So
Okay.
just you can say that any person, you take any person. Okay,
Mm.
what do you
Okay.
say? Let's say, suppose we have um, let's say Anushil. Okay, so Anushil is
Mm.
a human being.
Correct.
Okay, so is a human being. What is the meaning of this is a human being? Whatever qualities are there in a human being is there in Anushil also.
Yeah.
Correct. So
Mm. Mm.
that is the relationship between human class and Anushil. Anushil is the subclass of human.
Okay.
Okay, so vehicle is the main class and airplane is one subclass. So airplane is a vehicle.
Subclass. Yeah.
Yeah, airplane
Okay.
is a vehicle. So that's what I'm saying, that this is a relationship tells that the other class is the super class, and this present class, this airplane class, is the child class. So is
Child
a.
class.
So this kind of relationship you should always is a. Okay, so
Okay.
it's not that whenever you are writing classes you'll come across, so in your projects, that several classes are interrelated with each other. So this
Yeah.
inheritance is very important concept. Okay,
Yes.
so we will learn about it now. Since airplane is also a vehicle, so airplane has to have that method called movement, correct? Public word
Yeah.
movement. Okay, public word movement. Okay, so in this movement we can say that airplane is flying. Okay, airplane is flying in. So airplane, it doesn't moves on the road. It doesn't moves on the. Okay, so this we can do like this. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. So we have same method was there in vehicle also. Okay, just we'll check. So vehicle also we had the same method. Yeah, so see, movement, public word movement was there in vehicle also, and in this airplane also we have movement. So same exact same name. Okay.
Yes.
Case wise, like spelling wise, case wise, everything same. Then only we say that overriding is happening. Correct.
Correct.
For
Method name.
for overriding to happen, we need to have the same name and
Same
okay,
method.
same name and the same parameters.
Yeah, yeah, correct.
Okay. Then only overriding will happening correctly. Okay.
Yes.
Fine. So now this aeroplane's movement method is overriding vehicle's movement method. Okay. Okay. So now we have done it. So seems like we have given wrong name for this airplane. We have to do new name MV aeroplane dot java. See aeroplane.java. Okay, so now two classes are there. Now we will create one more class called sip.java. Okay, so in this sip we have same concept. Okay, nothing hi-fi here. Public void movement. Public void movement. Okay. Println the sip is moving on water. Okay, so like that we can say, and we can close this class. Okay, and vehicle airplane and one, let's say one motor car. Okay, very important, one car, just say car. Okay, then car, cart also would have been nice example only. Public void movement. System dot out dot println. So done. Okay, done. So in total we have around these many classes. Okay, so we have covered I think almost all these things. And if you want, we can do one more class called rocket dot java. Okay, so in this also we can write rocket public void movement, saying that rocket moves in the space. Just one line, nothing hi-fi. So now you see that rocket also, but we are missing one thing. Rocket moves in space. No, what we are missing is that we are not saying that is a. So we should tell that extends vehicle. Correct. Done. So same for this car class also, I guess. Car.java. So here also we need to write this extends. Correct. Then only we can say, we'll let Java know that vehicle is a kind of, I mean to say car is a kind of vehicle. Yes. Sorry.
Before,
Tell me.
now we have written the rocket class, no? I think semicolon is missing.
In rocket class.
Yeah.
Is there?
System.out.println.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Rocket, car, ship we have done or not?
Yeah, ship we have done.
Ship also you have not mentioned.
Extend.
So extends is necessary. Extends is a keyword. Extends
Yeah,
keyword.
keyword.
Okay, and as you can see, why it is a keyword, that this color, this its color is coming in green.
Yes.
So whenever that ID is changing the color, we already come to know that this is going to be a. So for this is correct only. Okay, now we will
Yeah.
have one main class. Okay, because main method is required so that we can test. Okay,
Yeah.
we can test. Okay, so let's write one main here, main.java. Okay, main inheritance.java should I, main 03.java. Okay, then we'll write main 03 public static void main. Okay, and then in this we will do one thing. We'll create see vehicle v is equal to new vehicle. Okay, so let's write one array of vehicles. Array of vehicles. Okay, new vehicle, new ship, new new ship, new car, new aeroplane, new ship. Done, and then we'll close it, and then we'll move on. Okay, so this is what is this? This we are
Array.
an array of vehicle. Okay, and
Yes.
what we are populating in this array, we are populating it with different kind of vehicles.
Vehicles.
Okay, and now I'll do that I'll be calling one for this vehicle VARR, vehicle VARR. Okay, we will pass the elements of this. Okay, and then we will just be calling. Okay, so vehicle, we should not be V vehicle. Okay, so we can now this object is a vehicle, the object, but its movement is is okay. Vehicle dot movement. Okay, so if you do like this, what will happen? What will happen in this? What will happen in this? What will happen in this? So what we'll do that we will now compile this. Okay, so
Okay.
first of all, you see here how many classes are there. So we have written in
And
total six classes.
okay.
Okay, six
6.
classes we have written. Okay, but we are not going to compile all of them. We are going to compile only one of them.
Main.
Only main. Okay,
Yes.
but let's see what's happening. Okay, so after doing for main, what's happening? Okay, so it's saying that there is one error, so let's fix it up.
New.
So
symbol.
for new car, it has to be going. Hmm. Okay, so I think in the car class we have not mentioned that extends.
No. Spelling mistake, I think.
Huh?
Vehicle spelling.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Vehicle. Okay,
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Now if you do compile it, word is not allowed here. Okay, so we should rather return a string. That's why this is not allowed. So we
Why
can.
wide is not allowed?
I'll explain you.
Hmm.
I'll explain you.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go to this Vim main. If you see uh, what I'm doing here, I'm trying to get one string out of it, vehicle.movement.
Correct.
Okay, so
Hmm.
I need to change all of those method classes. What I can do, I can just do it like this only. I'll change it here only and remove all this, and we'll just be calling vehicle.movement, because see vehicle, what is that vehicle.movement is doing? That class, that method is, it's just, that method is just printing one line, correct?
Hmm.
So when we're printing one line, we are not returning anything. The return type is void.
No, I didn't get.
I'll explain. I'm
Okay.
explaining.
Yes.
So when we are doing this, when we are doing system.out.println, what's happening? We are
Just
printing.
printing.
We are just printing.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
We have not yet used the return statement, correct?
Yeah. Correct.
So that when the return statement is not there, what does it mean?
Hmm.
It means that we have not yet returned anything to the calling method.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. So let's just take a look at it once more. Okay. Go to this Java part. Here earlier what we were doing, we were trying to print that vehicle.movement inside a system.out.println, correct?
okay. Correct.
So by doing that, what we were expecting, that vehicle.movement will return me one string,
String. Correct.
correct? Correct. But that that was not coming. Okay, one sec, somebody is ringing my bell.
I connected through mobile. No, you can continue.
Continue now. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what earlier what we were doing, we were writing system.out.println. Okay,
Yeah.
and in
Hmm.
that string what we were writing, uh,
Vehicle that moment.
so system.out.println, we were writing one string, and then we are doing plus. Okay, and then after that
I
we were writing vehicle.movement.
Yes, we are getting the string of vehicles that.
We wanted to get a string out of vehicle.movement, correct?
Yeah. Correct.
But in the, if you see the vehicle.movement method, anywhere we are not returning
Hmm.
any string.
Yeah. Correct. Correct.
We
Huh.
are just
Hmm.
printing system.out.println. We are just printing system.out.println, correct?
Okay. Yes. Correct.
Okay, so what is the what is the benefit of that? Like, I mean to say, when we are not returning anything, we will not be getting anything out of that method, correct?
Correct.
So that's why we don't have to, we can't use that in system.out.println statement. If you want to use
Yeah.
that, then we have to return. I'll show you for that also. Let's just do it
Yeah.
this way, and later on I'll show it how to do that also. Okay.
Yeah. Just show me in that way and this way so that I can clearly understand.
You can see. Okay, you'll be able to
Okay.
see it. Okay. So
Yeah.
now let me do it. Now let me do it. Now let me do it. quit it here. WQ. Okay, and now we will do Java C. So this is compiling fine. One more thing, have you noticed? Okay, we compiled only main class and all these classes are getting compiled.
Yes. Because of movement method. We used the same method in all classes, correct?
Because what's happening that the class loader is seeing that in the main we are referring vehicle class, ship class, rocket class, car class, airplane class, and it's loading all of them and it's
Yeah,
compiling all of them.
correct.
Okay, so that this is, you should be keep in mind that in the main class only, if you are compiling, it will compile all the referred class in the main classes. Okay,
Yeah.
so this you should be aware of. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now your idea is little clear.
Yes, yes.
Okay, now we'll execute this main. So
Okay,
now
1 second.
uh,
So for this rocket.java, how come that class is missing?
maybe we have not referred that main in the main.
For
No, we have not referred it in the main. So let's do it. Let's,
yeah.
as an example, as a practical demonstration to you, I'm going to add one new rocket. Okay, new rocket in the array. Okay, and then we'll do a Java C. So you'll see. So for rocket
Yes,
also now we have, correct.
correct.
So everything is now perfectly balanced.
Yeah.
So now we will execute this main.
Means once we are declaring these classes in array list, then only that class file will be generated.
No, we are referring that.
Yeah. Okay. No, when this that class file will be created.
Huh?
That class file when it will be generated.
When the main, okay. When it is going to be generated, correct?
Yeah.
See, as you saw just now, that in the main class we are referring this vehicle class, ship class, car class, airplane class, ship class, rocket class. Ship we are referring 2 times.
Yeah. Yeah. 2 times it is coming.
That's okay. That's okay. That's not an issue.
Okay.
Okay. So whenever we are referring any other class in that main class, that class will be automatically taken care of by the compiler.
Then only it will generate the dot class file, correct?
Yes, yes. Whatever is referred for that, it will be generating the dot class file.
Okay.
Okay. Done?
Yeah.
Done?
Yes, done.
Done. No problem.
Yeah. Execute this.
Could not find or load main 903.java. So what is this? Main 903. Main 903 is correct only public static void main. Public static void main string array args. Vehicle, yes. Vehicle, correct. Main 903, it should be there. Oh, sorry. Java C. So class is compiling. Now we go here, remove this and do this. So now we are getting, okay, if you see, we are getting all the different kind of movements that a vehicle can do in that, from that array. Okay, array is what? Array is the object, array contains the objects of the vehicle class.
Yeah.
Okay, see, you learned array can only contain objects of single type.
Yeah.
Correct? That you know.
Correct. Yeah.
So this array is of type vehicle only.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
array is of type vehicle only. I can't put in this array anything which is not of kind vehicle.
Correct.
Correct?
Correct.
So suppose let me write one, method here. Okay. One method here called vim vim, let's say any class. So let's say let me write one tree.java. So tree is not a vehicle, correct?
Correct.
Class tree. Okay, and if it is not a vehicle, it's not going to extend that vehicle class, correct?
Correct. Correct.
Correct. So now if
Mm.
I go to this main class, and in this, if I try to do new tree,
Three.
okay,
Yeah.
and if I try to compile this, you'll see that I am getting an error here.
Yes.
So error, can you see?
Yeah.
Incompatible
Yes.
types. Tree cannot be converted to a vehicle.
Vehicle.
Tree cannot be converted to vehicle. Okay, but if I'm no, I want to have the tree class like that. If I'm becoming who is not listening to anyone and just doing on my own way. So if I become like that and I do class tree extends vehicle, if I do like this, just I put one keyword here,
Yeah.
vehicle. Okay, and if I do like this, and then again if I do now java c main 903, so let's see, it will compile fine. So you are getting what is the significance of that
Yes.
extends keyword.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Inheritance.
correct.
Yeah.
But as we know that that is not the correct way, so we should remove this tree. Okay.
Yeah. Correct.
Okay, on everything is not the compiler. We have to decide like how to design our classes and how to write the correct code. Okay,
Correct.
we have a tree is not a vehicle. We know that. Okay, so we have removed that. But
Yeah.
you see here in this what's happening here, all these ship is a kind of vehicle, car is a kind of vehicle, aeroplane is also a kind of vehicle, and then a rocket is also a kind of vehicle. And for all these kind of things, we are calling movement method.
Human. Yes.
Huh? So
Yes.
ship has got different implementation, car has got different implementation. You understand what is implementation?
Yes.
That it's printing different strings. Ship is
Correct.
printing different string, car is printing different string, airplane is printing different string. The system.out.println argument, the string argument of that system.out.println is different.
Yes.
Correct?
Yeah.
And that's how we are getting different things as output in the when we are executing this program. So let me show it to you what output we are getting. So you see all outputs are different, but we are doing only one method, vehicle.movement,
Yeah.
but only one method and different implementations are coming out.
Correct.
So this is called runtime polymorphism.
Oh, okay.
This is called runtime polymorphism.
Mm.
Okay,
What is polymorphism?
one thing, many forms.
Okay. Okay.
One thing, many forms. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so in this one thing, many forms. One thing, but it has got many forms. There is only one thing, but that one thing has got many forms.
Many.
There is only one thing, but that one thing has got many.
Oops. Oops concept, right?
Huh?
Oops concept.
Yeah, yeah. See,
That is.
yes. See, I'm telling it to you now also, and for future also, that
Mm.
this OOPS concept is very important. Whether you are learning
Yeah.
Java,
Yeah. Correct.
you are learning Python, or anything.
Mm.
Yeah, so if you go on to become a senior software engineer, when you have to design things, then you'll come to realize the importance
Yeah.
of this OOPS concept.
Yes. Yes. Oops and collections. Let's are most important.
So collections you'll come to know anyhow. Okay, you have to have that idea of main idea that how data is structured and all those things. But your concept most important, the most important.
Yeah,
Okay,
correct,
people don't
correct.
realize, they don't give it that importance, and then they just remember things and do it like that way in simple way. But Hook's concept is very very important. So this is an example of a runtime polymorphism. Why I'm saying it is an example of a runtime polymorphism, you should understand this one more time. Okay,
Okay.
one more time if you go and you see this, see what I'm doing, I'm calling vehicle dot movement.
Mm-hmm.
Vehicle dot
Correct.
movement is there in this vehicle class also. Ship also has that movement method. Car also has that movement method. Airplane also has that movement method. And rocket class also has got that movement method. So all of them are
Yeah,
having that movement method. But I'm not saying that rocket dot movement or car dot movement or ship dot. I'm just saying vehicle dot movement.
correct.
Okay. But
Yeah.
Java is smart enough that just by calling that vehicle dot movement, it's automatically able to figure out what kind of object is this,
Mm.
and accordingly it's executing that movement. So for ship, movement method is returning different thing. For car, the
Yeah.
movement method is returning different thing.
Mm.
Okay, for airplane, the movement method is printing different thing. It's not returning, it's printing.
Mm. Correct,
Correct. And I
correct.
promised you that I'll be showing you if I return something, then how the output will look.
Okay.
Okay, so that also I'll show you after this. But now this thing is clear to you or not? What is runtime
Yes, yes,
polymorphism?
yes, yes.
Huh?
Clear.
See,
Yeah, clear.
outward you see this vehicle is of type vehicle only.
Mm.
The small word vehicle. What is the
Yeah,
type of this? Its type is this only.
yeah,
And we are calling movement method.
yeah.
Correct?
Correct.
Correct, fine.
Yes.
But on executing this line, for ship it is printing different line, for car it is printing different line, for airplane it's printing different line, for rocket it's printing different line. That you have seen, the output you have seen, correct?
Yes, yes, yes.
So this is called runtime polymorphism. Runtime. At runtime, we are deciding what implementation will be executed.
Mm-hmm.
At runtime, it's not at compile time. You'll see now only you'll see a compile time polymorphism also. That also will do.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
In this class, I mean to say next to one or two class, you'll see that
Mm.
compile time. This is called runtime polymorphism. Other is called compile time polymorphism. Or anything which
Yeah.
happens at a runtime, that is called dynamic polymorphism.
Mm.
Okay, and anything which happens at compile time, that is called static polymorphism.
Yeah.
Okay, so runtime polymorphism and dynamic polymorphism are the same thing. Okay,
Mm.
compile time
Okay.
and static polymorphism, these two are the same thing.
Okay.
So in some other class, I'll give you a demo of compile time also, but this is the example of runtime polymorphism. We
Okay.
have done something similar in other classes also, in earlier classes also, but now explicitly I'm telling you that this is a very good example of runtime polymorphism. And you may see this kind of thing happening in your projects. Very
Mm.
likely. Very likely.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yes.
learn this and we will do more and more practice. I'm going to say next 2 3 classes we'll be doing this inheritance practice. Okay, we'll be
Yes.
doing
Yes.
programs on inheritance, and then we'll be
Mm.
executing different classes
Yeah.
based on that. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Right.
So let's do it.
Yes.
WQ. Okay, and now I had promised you that I'll show you how to return. If you do return, then what will happen? Zip.java. So this, instead of printing, if I do return, so now what else do we need to change here? If I write
Yeah.
return in the zip class,
Mm.
so Public void movement is the name of the method, and we are returning this one string. So in this method, do you think we need to change something else in this method?
Void we need to remove it.
Perfect. So now it shows that you understand the concept of return things.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you put a string here, it becomes like that. Okay, and then we'll go to, let's go to vehicle only, because this is the child classes are overriding this method, so we have to return, we have to change this also, correct? Otherwise
Yeah.
it will not be perfect override. Done. And then
Yeah.
here we'll put done. Okay, and then the rocket is there. So here also the same thing, correct?
Correct.
So I think, I hope you are getting my idea, like what is the purpose of doing return and
Yes, 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 yes. Understand.
okay,
Yeah.
return. Return. Okay. And
Yeah.
what else? What else? Ship, vehicle, rocket, and I think
Car.
car was there, na?
Yeah.
Uh, airplane is also there. So all in all the Java classes, or in all the source files, we are going to do the changes.
Yeah.
String. So almost all we have done changes. Car, rocket, ship, tree is
Yes.
not needed. Okay. Vehicle,
Yeah.
we have done changes. So let's go to the main, and then in the main we'll do the corresponding changes. Okay.
Yeah.
So I said to you that now we are returning the string. So now we are returning the string, then we can put this
System.
under the call of one system. Okay.
Yeah.
And write some string over here. Done.
Yeah.
This this this, let's say this object is a kind of vehicle but has its own way of moving. Okay. This object is a kind of vehicle but has its own way of moving.
Move.
This, you got it?
Yes.
Okay. I meant to say, and we are printing its way of moving.
Yeah.
The way it moves is like that. Okay. We are printing one line like that. Okay. And
Yeah.
now if you execute this, okay, so now it's compiling very fine. Okay, and now, okay, so you are seeing this output.
Yes. Yes.
The ship is moving on water, the car moves on the road, airplane is flying in air, the ship is moving on water, rocket moves in space. So you
Yeah.
see the different, what is the significance of return and all those things. These things are basics. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And now let me, time is there, let me show you that compile time polymorphism also.
Okay.
Okay. So
Mm.
compile time polymorphism. For that, we can see all the constructors that you have seen till now. Okay, there was
Yeah.
one default constructor and then there was parameterized constructor.
Parameterized constructor.
Okay, so depending on the type of arguments we pass, that particular constructor will be called.
Okay.
Okay, so that is, kind of runtime, I mean to say compile time polymorphism.
Okay.
Okay, so how to show you example of this? Let me think of an example, very good example where I can demonstrate you that compile time polymorphism. So it's easy only, but let me
Yeah.
write one class. So which class I should write? Mm, mm, how to write? Student. So there something in the student class that we can say that, okay,
Mhm.
yes. So let's say we have written one student class, okay, student, okay, and in this student class there is one method, okay, public
Mm.
void plays, okay. So suppose I'm saying plays, okay, if I'm
Mm.
saying plays, okay, if I'm saying plays, then he'll be playing on his own. I mean to say he's playing something, on his own. I mean to say not with someone else. Okay,
Mm.
so
Okay.
there are some games which you can play on your own, correct?
Correct.
What kind of games are there? Like, let's say, many games are there, okay, which you can
Yeah.
play on your
Yeah.
own. Okay, if you want, you can play solo. Okay, so we can say
Mm.
that this output of that will be the student is playing on his own. Done. His
Mm.
on his own. Okay, and then public void plays, and then we'll pass some string str, and then in this case we'll say that system.out.println game of. Okay,
Okay.
this thing we can do, and let's have one main method here. Done.
Yeah.
So this is the student. Okay, student shall have some name. So we can do one thing. We can create one constructor. So what is the thing about constructor? Okay. Done, 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 done. And so in this student class, I'm passing some name.
Okay.
His name is Ravi. Okay.
Okay.
And then if I'm passing one string, then which constructor will be called?
If we call student.
In this student constructor, we are passing one string.
Hmm.
So which constructor will be called?
Parameterized.
Very good,
Student.
because its parameter matches with that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll write one line here. Okay.
Okay.
This, and then afterwards, what I'm saying, that instead of saying this, will pass his name also. This dot name. Okay. Done.
Yes. Yeah.
Done. And we will call this student dot plays method here. Student dot plays. Okay. And
Okay.
then student dot plays, and we can pass here what?
Parameter.
Let's say parameter. Okay.
Yeah.
Here, let's one more time we are passing one more parameter. Let's say plays hockey. Okay. So all these things we can pass. All these things we
Yeah.
can pass. Okay. And then we can do one thing here. Java C. Okay, so there's one spelling mistake which you need to
Spelling.
fix it. Here we have done the spelling mistake. Okay, so first line is, what is the first line? Parameterized constructor is being called. Why that first line is coming?
In the constructor, we have mentioned a parameter. That's why.
This line is coming from the constructor, correct?
Yeah. Correct.
Which constructor? This constructor at line number 9.
Yes.
Why this constructor is getting called? Because in line number 24 we are calling this
Parameter.
student with the parameter. We are calling new student with the parameter. What is the parameter here?
W.
Ravi. Perfect. So that's why
Yeah.
line number 9 is executing and that line is coming. Correct?
Yeah. Correct.
And then student.plays is coming.
Yeah. Correct.
So student.plays means this plays.
Yeah.
Why this method only?
Because default.
Because
There is no parameters in this method. That's what this is executing.
perfect.
Yeah.
Getting it?
Yeah.
No problem?
No.
Very good. Now other is plays string str.
Hmm.
Correct?
Correct.
So this is parameterized, and we are passing two parameters in line number 27 and 28.
Correct.
So that's how the outputs are coming.
Hmm.
Okay, that's how the outputs are coming. So you see, first is parameterized constructor is being called, and then student Ravi is playing on his own because of that unparameterized constructor. I mean to say the method is called without parameters.
Yeah. Can you please go back the
Yeah,
code again? Yeah. We'll see.
I'll do one thing. I'll open it in one more tab. Okay.
Hmm.
So um, okay, so you can see them now side by side. Okay, so you see
Yeah.
the output here, the code here on the right side, and the output here on the left side. So new student Ravi we are calling. Okay, and since
Yeah.
passing the constructor, so that's why it's line number 9 is executing.
Okay. One more thing here in this void place method and place parameterized method, we have mentioned the last plus str. No. So str means what will come here?
Pardon?
str in the above line, 28th line and 20th line number.
Uh-huh.
We have mentioned that plus str. No.
Here.
Str means what it here it is?
It is this plus STR.
Cricket.
Correct,
Uh,
correct.
we didn't mention like this, no, str equal to the string like that. So how come it will take plus str means
See, cricket is, we are calling with cricket, correct?
correct?
This string is copied into this STR. This is
Okay, here it is there.
this
No?
is
Okay,
copied
string.
into the this is string STR.
Okay, if you are calling that, okay, okay.
So if
I
you are
didn't
calling,
see that.
this is getting copied here in the function
Yeah, yeah,
mechanism. If it is calling with this, it is copied here, and that's how
yeah.
it's getting printed here.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so when we are
Yeah,
calling with hockey, this string hockey is copied in this string, and
yes,
that's how it
yeah,
is printing here. The Ravi is playing
yeah,
the game of. Okay,
uh, yeah,
okay, and one more thing.
yeah.
One more thing. I'll show you one example of one more object. Okay, let's say
Okay,
student, student, student two. Student two is equal to new student. New student. His name is Mahesh. Okay, his name is.
Mahesh.
So let's be clear. His name.
Touch.
Mahesh. Okay, so this
Hmm.
student two dot plays student two dot plays. Let's say we'll say he's playing chess.
Hmm.
Okay, that
Okay.
will compile this. Okay. Okay, now on this tab we'll compile that. Java C. And it's compiling fine only. And student and
Two.
huh?
No.
So you see the output on the left side and the program on the right side. So what is this? Again for the second student also this parameterized constructor is being called. Why?
Because we are passing the parameter.
Parameter to the constructor. That's it.
Yeah.
This line number 9 where parameterized constructor is being called is being printed here. Okay.
Yeah.
Now when I'm passing this student 2 dot plays chess. Okay, when I'm passing student 2 dot plays chess. So str value is what?
Chess.
Chess. And name value is, what is the name value?
Mahesh.
How is it printing? Can you tell me? Mahesh, you're not passing the name Mahesh here.
This dot name.
Perfect. But you see, we are not passing the name Mahesh here.
Yeah.
How it is coming?
It is taking from this dot name only, no?
This dot name only, but this student 2, the name student 2 has got this name attribute in itself. The Mahesh name is there in the student 2 object. From there,
Yeah, correct.
My Mahesh name, correct?
Yeah.
So now it's clear to you. Everything is clear.
Yes.
No doubt. No single line of doubt in this. So this program is an example of runtime polymorphism. I mean to say compile time polymorphism. This is compile time. Why it is compile time?
We are only deciding which one is.
At the compile time only, we are telling like which method will be which method. Either this non-parameterized method at the line number 14 could have been called, or 18th, the line number 18th, this parameterized method would have been called. But that decision is happening at the compile time.
Correct.
That's why this method is this kind of dynamic behavior is called compile time polymorphism. See, that plays method is one only. There's only one play method. Okay, but depending on the arguments, depending on the argument list, either one of them is getting executed.
Correct.
That's it. If you keep this in mind, life is simple. Okay. Done. So we have understood lot many things in this class.
Last time recordings you didn't share.
The recordings I've said lot of.
No, 2 recordings missed.
2 recordings.
Yeah.
We have shared some recordings now.
Last week you have shared one YouTube link. That is the last one. But before that we have 2 classes.
Okay, if I get to see, I have solving problems, and then these two classes I have done. Something is missing. Yes, I'll do it. Okay, so today's video I'll do it, and whatever old videos I find, I'll do it. Okay.
And just the code files also, can you please ping here in WhatsApp?
Yes.
So that in office I will go through it if I get time.
I
will check again.
I'll do it.
Yeah. Please don't forget. Now only you do.
Okay. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Today's class you understood thoroughly, like what is polymorphism?
Yes.
So there are 2 kinds of polymorphism: runtime polymorphism and compile time polymorphism. Okay. Runtime polymorphism is decided in case of objects at the time of running only.
Yes.
When the code is executing at that time only, it is decided which implementation will be called.
Yes.
Okay. But in this, it is decided at the time of compile time, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Anisha.
Thank you. Thanks to you
Yeah,
also.
thank you. Yeah, yeah. Bye.
Bye.